All right, we're talking about Take on America, and it's coming on tomorrow on PBS. Take on America is going to have 100 black men and their voices. It's going to be on PBS, and we're going to talk about the media. All right, I was on this program. All right. So we're going to talk about these toilets. Because like Jayne Miller's having this event tomorrow or tonight, and we're going to talk about the toilets. You feel me? We're going to talk about the toilets. Get all the videos and letters from. That's right. You can get all the videos and letters from Jayne Miller too. Like I said, I was making a movie and a documentary. That's Lake County Board. And the movie and the documentary was about racism in your courts. It was about white privilege. It was about the demonizing of black people through your media. Jim Crow justice and white supremacy. These are the movie releases. It was a documentary, a shorty documentary. These are the movie releases. That's my landlord. That's Hazel, Miss Hazel, the old white lady at the front desk. And that's President Obama. Shorty documentary, because we was talking about mass incarceration in the prison industry. That's what the toilet was about. The toilet don't care if you black, white, straight, or gay. It take your shit every day. And the media does the same thing. The media uses the toilet to demonize black people. And our government to justify the crime, the Willie Lynch syndrome and the 13th Amendment. Y'all demonizing black people and y'all justifying re-enslaving the black community through the 13th Amendment. I was making a movie about it and I used the toilet to do it. Because the toilet is something that you use in jail. So I used this as a prop for a movie, like the movie The Jerk. Alright? Remember the movie The Jerk? He had the dog in the toilet? Well, I'm just remixing The Jerk, except I'm showing the court and the media. Now we're going to talk about Jayne Miller, because Jayne Miller is the I-Team reporter. I got my Schaefer hat on. Me and Jayne Miller been knowing each other for over 20 years. Jayne Miller, WBAL, WJZ, Baltimore Sun. Mainstream media in Baltimore called me a terrorist in 2011. They called me a terrorist because I was exposing the crime family of the mom machine. I was showing the money behind the politics in the prison industry. I was a whistleblower. You locked up a whistleblower and a community activist, and you called me a terrorist. I'm not a terrorist. I'm a community activist. I'm an independent filmmaker. I'm a business owner, and I'm a businessman. So we're going to handle our business tonight. Jayne Miller, I'm going to ask you some questions. And so we all on the same page. This is what I'm going to do to you. This was a case against Brother Insurance, Bank of America, SunTrust Bank, because they're the participants of ALEC, A-L-E-C, ALEC, the nonprofit that writes the laws for mass incarceration in the 13th Amendment. Yeah, this was about ALEC and the members of ALEC. And the members of ALEC are Insurance Incorporated, State Farm Insurance, Walmart, Sam's Club, all the places that I frequent and participate and spend money with. I was insured by Insurance Incorporated. I was insured by State Farm Insurance. I spent money at Sam's Club and Walmart for my business, Shorty's Barbecue. All right. State of Maryland. All right. Y'all been shielding this for the longest. You, Jayne Miller, personally been having full knowledge of this. Here it is. Baltimore County Court case number. All right. Because I was trying to take you to court to expose this, but you be using your office of Scott Schellenberger and Gansler and Frost to block people access to the court to hold your officials accountable. A motion to squash the subpoena. You squashed the subpoena. Witnesses for the Maryland Governor O'Malley, former Governor Ehrlich, Comptroller Peter Francott, State Attorney Scott Schellenberger, Sheriff Fisher, Judge Turnbull, Judge Pearson, all right, Judge Bell, County Sheriff Duvall, all right, Malcolm Ruff. You feel me? Because I was making a documentary about your courts and the racism in your courts. I was showing the role that the media plays in mass incarceration. Just like the 13th Amendment, when y'all told a story about the the Central Park Six or the Gen 6, the media demonizes black people, and I showed how. So Jayne Miller I-Team report. This is what you had. All right. James Ham, Karen Park, Paul Weinblatt, Scott Schellenberger, Peter Francott, Governor O'Malley, Adam May, Duvall. You feel me? Barry Sims, Mary Pat Clark. I don't want nobody left out the loop here. You feel me? WBAL, Robert Lang, Charles Gibson. You feel me? Respectfully submitted by Doug Gansler. See, Doug Gansler did this, so that shows you the corruption in the court and how you hold your corruption. You protected by the state's attorney and the attorney general. Gansler, Frost, y'all knew about this. Y'all part of the movie. Gansler, Frost, y'all part of the movie. We're going to use all those pictures and everything. We're going to show you about 200 St. Paul Place. We're going to show you that because, like I said, I was in Insurance Corporated yesterday. That's Adam May. He from WBAL. He ain't here no more. But I showed you the corruption in the courts. I showed you the abuses of opioids in the prison industry. I showed you the abuses of opioids in the prison industry because you use those opioids on inmates. You use it on inmates as lab rats. You use it as lab rats. And I told Adam May that. I gave it to Adam May. I gave it to WBAL. I gave it to parole and probation. But y'all don't want to talk about this. This is your police department because they all killed Detective DeSuter. Y'all tried to kill me. You came to my house and put guns to my head. That's the case. All right. That's the case. But you don't want to talk about DeSuter's murder. You don't want to talk about Robert Clay's murder. You don't want to talk about the corruption in the courts because WBAL protects the corruption in our police departments, in our political scenes. They're your pawns. And you're willing participants. So Jayne Miller, we're gonna have a discussion about DeSuter's case, cause see, me and you was at the scene and where DeSuter got killed at. We both said that DeSuter didn't kill himself. We both said that. Okay. I've been putting them toilets out since 2006. That toilet in Towson was about the media. It had the media on it. Barry Sims was supposed to testify at my trial. Y'all filed a motion for Barry Sims not to testify. You refuse to testify at my trial. You can't hide under the shielding law because the shielding law don't apply when you participate in criminal activities with your station. You're in FCC violations. So tonight when we're at your event, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to bring all this material out. And I'm going to bring those poster boards out so the public can see what Jayne Miller is really about. I got my Schaefer hat on because I work for 85% of the richest people in this state. I used to work for WBAL. I did the first cooking show that y'all had in 2007. I did the outdoor cooking show out there on your parking lot. I did the cooking show on your parking lot. For you to demonize me, for you to lie to the public, for you to do the things that you did to me after I did the things that I did for you, it's not a fair exchange. I'm homeless because of you. I'm homeless because of your reporting. I'm homeless because of the negative statements that y'all made in y'all's papers. I'm homeless because you've been protecting the corruption. So, it's a fair exchange. I'm going to come up there and I'm going to put all my information on the table. Your integrity, your transparency, your standing in the community is online tonight. Because I'm going to expose you for who you are and what you are. You got a problem with me? Holler at me. Got a problem with me? Lock me up. Charge me with something. But if you charge me, we're going to take all that shit to court. I'm going to come into your event and I'm going to be very, very respectful. But I'm going to expose Jayne Miller for who Jayne Miller really is. A pawn for the political machine in Baltimore.